Well, hello there. It must be Thursday again. Time for another Tarot After Dark. Because, it gets dark so early, we might as well do something fun about it, right? So let's just jump in here. So if you want a card reading, it'd be nice if you participated and pulled your tarot, because realistically, Tarot After Dark is about getting your tarot deck and coming to play. Now, I don't know how many places we have on the internet where you can live stream and be part of the action and practice your tarot cards. So, I encourage you to grab your deck. And hey, if you don't have a tarot deck, but you have an oracle deck, use that too. I'm not a snob. I love oracle decks. I just happen to focus more on tarot at the moment. My voice is changing. So this is the perfect time for you to practice and play with your tarot deck and or your oracle deck, and just, it's kind of turn it from a hobby into something fun, right? Nicole, hello. Yeah, I'm looking forward to it. So Tarot After Dark then becomes Tarot at Twilight as it gets lighter. And then we kind of take a break from there. Debs, you made it. You made it. Yay. I know you missed a few of them because you were working, so it's really good to have you here. Well, both of you, good to have you here. Good to have whoever's here. Good to have those who end up watching the replay. Make sure you hit that like button, and make sure you have your tarot deck if you have it. Yep. And if not, maybe you're here for the messages, and that's totally cool too. Totally cool. So the energy, I don't know I'm sure everybody feels energy differently, especially depending on your circumstances. I definitely feel energy more outside of my own home now, because I'm not in a situation where I was dealing with someone who was kind of like a rageaholic and I had to kind of really bubble myself. But now I have my own place, got my dog and feathered friend, and so I can kind of control my own environment, which I'm very grateful for. I worked hard to get here, so don't be jealous. And I really can kind of pick up on energy that's going on around me. Sometimes it's in the media, and I don't know. I don't watch the news. I don't know. I just get these feelings of like, what's going on? I feel like it's me. This is the whole thing about being an empath, is we think it's us. We think we're moody and mood swingy, and, and as it turns out, we're empaths. Gosh, if I could go back and tell my 17-year-old self, it wasn't just that time of the month. You know what I mean? So my whole point is talking about the energy that you might be feeling and the energy coming up. I also feel a lot of the different planet placements, and I should take astrology or something, because I don't understand half of it. The moon, I definitely understand the moon cycles a lot more and stuff like that. Yeah, you and I, ding, 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 ding. I know there's a lot of synchronicities for sure. For sure. So we have a full moon coming up, which is fantastic because it's full moon in Capricorn, and Capricorn is all about getting yourself in alignment, getting your ducks in a row. I don't know why I use that term, because it's an illusion that ducks line up. They don't actually, no, it's not ducks line up, but not until the mom gets moving. I don't know if you've witnessed that in nature or not, but if she's just sitting there quacking at the ducks, they're all just kind of hanging around. But when she takes off, they're like, oh, mom's going. And then the ducks in the row. So that's the lesson there. Nature has a way of teaching us lessons. It's not until we start taking some form of action forward that things do line up. And it's important to use this moon energy coming up to help us stay in alignment with what we want to create. Now, it's not saying everything has to happen in a certain time and, oh, I'm not seeing results, therefore it's not working. It's about taking action and keeping the momentum going no matter what obstacles come in the way. All right. I'm not an expert, but reach out if you ever want some planet wisdom. I've been ooh, nice. Yeah. Yeah, the planets that's definitely a big one for sure. I love that. Maybe that's part of the stuff that you're creating to teach. I love it. Charging your crystals. Yeah, I actually charge my crystals all the time, but I guess the full moon is a good time. The problem is I have so many crystals. There's no way I could put them on a windowsill. You know, people, you okay? Oh, Mojo's reading the newspaper. I put a little newspaper up there and he's nibbling at it. People suggest to put your crystals out at the full moon and stuff like that. And personally, there's no way. That would be a full-time job just to get them all on the windowsill. But I love this is all intention. Okay. The full moon affects us whether we're standing out in front of it, underneath it, basking in it or not, right? So our intention, we could do a little meditation prior to or after, during the full moon and connect with the crystal energy there. Like what I end up doing is I do the ones I'm using. Yeah, the ones you use the most for sure. And I also take one as representative of all the other ones because I love doing gridding. I love doing crystal grids and connecting crystals together. Like they work together as a network, even if it's, just me putting that intention out there. And it's whatever works for you. That's the thing. People often ask, oh, am I doing this right? Should I do this? Should I do that? It's like, do what feels right. And I love that that's what you're doing, Deb, is doing what feels right to you. Because I think anyone who's might be learning something new think that they're going to do it wrong. And then that to me kind of disperses or tones the energy down a little bit, takes away from the energy of the magic of what you're doing. Because we all have our own style of magic, even if we're not aware of it. What if you pretended, right? What if you pretended like you were, back when you were a kid, we'd pretend all the time and we were confident in our play because we were pretending. And there was power in that. There was big power in that. Nicole, I have a 3-foot-long white quartz in my yard. Wow. I like to try to get it out, but I like to try to get out by it during the full moon. It was here when I came here. Oh my goodness. Well, I hope if you ever move, you're going to dig it up and take it with you. Oh, that is amazing. I'd love to see a picture of it sometime. You could do a little grid around that too, especially in the warmer months, of course. I love it. Wow. That's pretty special. We used to have this big, huge series of rocks out in the backyard back when I was still married and actually had a house. I love that rock so much. It was, we moved there when the place was just built and they hadn't done the backyard. And the guy who was doing the landscaping stuff says, do you want us to take that rock out? Even my husband at the time, he's like, no, leave it. We like it. Yeah, something about that. I love it. Oh, yes, please do. Yeah. Oh, moon garden by it. I love that. Yes, definitely. Pictures, please. All right. So I was kind of shuffling along here and I don't know, this card just ended up laying face up. I don't know how it got here, but I guess I'm supposed to bring awareness to it. It's the 5 of Wands. And I think it actually goes along with what I was saying about that conflicting energy of being new at something or wanting to do something, but you're unsure. And that kind of dissipates the magical energy. Sometimes we've just got to, I know some of us don't like this word or this phrase, fake it till you make it. But if you use it in context, where it's not really like you're faking it, but you are imagining, and you are, what did I say before? Pretending. Okay. Pretending isn't faking. Pretending is pretending. It's visualizing. It's giving yourself that moment of, I don't care if this is right or wrong. I'm going to do it because it feels right to do it. Right. And I don't mean right or wrong as in moral right or wrong. I mean, am I doing this correctly or not? That's what I mean. I don't know, just putting it out there just in case. So if any of you have your tarot deck with you, would you pull some clarifiers, and let's see what other messages come along with that Five of Wands. Deb says, I have started a possible new business literally 4 days ago, so I'm on unsteady ground. Well, I think that's exciting. The ground is just like moving and growing. I love it. I love it. Good for you. Congrats. That's the exciting times. Keep up the good work. I'd take that possible out of there. Here, let me reword this for you. I've started a new business literally 4 days ago, and I am so excited for the possibilities. That's kind of my superpower. I kind of shift words around. I'm way better at doing it for other people than for myself. So I taught my daughter when she was a lot younger about how to shift things. So she'd be the first one to notice when I would say something negative or not positive. And she'd be the one going, Mom. And I'd be like, oh, thank you. How can I rephrase it? So I kind of, yeah. If you've got people to call you out lovingly, that's great, because nobody's perfect. Nobody is perfect. Nobody. Okay, Nicole got the Seven of Pentacles, which would align with Deb's new business using the Light Seer. Nice. Thanks for telling us what you're using. So that, along with this Five of Wands, that can be that, oh, I don't know if it's growing yet. I don't know if this is going to work. Other conflict and competition. Oh, other people are doing that. Oh, I thought of that idea. Now someone else is doing it. Now I can't do it. That's how I used to think. But we are all pulling inspiration from the ether. So do it anyways. Do it in your way. Nobody is doing anything unique. Okay. We are all basically not copying each other willingly or purposefully. We are just doing things in a different way. Like I always say, we are a filter of energy and inspiration based on our own life experiences, even if something might seem the same. And that worked with my Reiki students all the time. I would teach everybody the exact same way. And they came out with different gifts. Some people could see auras and colors. Other people felt a lot of energy in their own body. Other people started channeling angels. Like, be willing to be okay that it's going to be similar to what other people do. I don't know who needed to hear that, but yes, I really am. It's crafting with wire. Ooh. Oh, so you're using crystals and wrapping maybe with crystals and making things. Oh, I love that. I'm excited. Even if it's not that, wire is pretty cool, especially when it's copper and stuff. Or, not if you're making jewelry and stuff, it wouldn't be copper. Copper is really good conductor of energy. I have a wand that I made. There is it's not wire, it's a copper pipe. And back when I was still married and my ex didn't think I was too much of a weirdo, I found this little crystal quartz. Well, I didn't find it, I bought it, and I wanted that to be the end. And I had this, it's right here. I'm going to grab it. You know, it's not fancy to look at. I keeps threatening to do something more crafty with it, but this is a whole pipe of copper, and he split the end and kind of stuffed the crystal in there. There's a lot of little marks on this crystal. It just seemed to fit, and I had to actually put this suede wrapping around it. I wanted it to be natural material, because holding it without it, with just the copper, it was like, whoa. Even now it still kind of is. This thing is pretty amazing. I don't play with it that often, but clearly I'm meant to bring it out. I don't want to bring it too close to the computer because I'll probably do something to it. So I'm going to move it again. Keep it away from my electronics, you know. Crystals and electronics do not match unless you're working with black tourmaline. Black tourmaline is the perfect crystal to have around all of your electronics because it helps transmute the negative energy or just the negative ions. It's not necessarily negative energy. All right, but getting back on track, you got the Queen of Cups. Ooh, I love that. That's definitely tuning into your intuition and trusting your emotional connection. And if this is a reading for you, Deb, it's for your business. It's like always remembering doing what you love, right? If it's not fun, it's not worth doing. So sometimes it's just take a break from it or something. Do it. Don't get burnt out. That's just a message what came, whether you liked it or not. I don't know. Nicole said, reminder of roots before fruits. Oh, I love that. It's so true. And if we're not seeing fruits, maybe we've got to do something about the roots. Maybe they're not strong enough. Maybe they're not nurtured enough. Maybe they don't have the nutrients they need. It's a telltale sign. It's like plants. Oftentimes we see the leaves start to die off and we think, water it more, but sometimes the roots are just having an issue. 3D tree of life and oh, I love it. I was going to say like the tree wiring, like I have some beaded wired trees, but I love that. I feel that there's even stuff you're not even aware of that you're going to get into if you keep this going like that. I love it. You can make that very pretty. I know, but to me, it also isn't about pretty. If you know what I like being able to hold it wherever. Like sometimes depends on how holding it two-hand, holding it one hand. I don't know. It's functional for sure. Like my hands are still buzzing from using it. Thank you. I think so too. Thank you guys for inspiring me to pay attention to it because it sits where it sits and I don't necessarily pay attention to it. Well, so are you, especially musically, I think, right? So another crystal, I've got crystals on the brains now. Another card fell in front of me. I don't know where it came from. It's just, I didn't purposely pull it. I haven't looked at it yet. So it is, the Chariot. And it's interesting because behind him, it looks like a big column of a crystal. Wow. I gotta get the lights on it. Let's see. That's what I see. I don't know if that's what it is. That's what I see right now. Sometimes I see it as a veil. But to me, it looks like one of those selenite towers. I've got a few of those hanging around. So realistically, this could speak about having one focus. And if that be a crystal like Nicole, maybe it's that beautiful white crystal in your backyard. Even if you can't stand and be around it, or Deb, the ones that you work with, we can tune into their energy even when we're not with them because we know our crystals so well, right? We know what they look like. We know what they feel like, that we know how they make us feel. We can conjure that up at any time. We get back to talking about pretending. That's another way of visualizing. We can pretend that we are in the vicinity of our crystal, or that we're holding it if we're sitting in meditation or something, or sitting on the bus, or waiting at a traffic light in your car. Don't close your eyes too long. People will honk. Light's green. But yeah, there's so many powerful ways. Instead of pining away and wishing, and oh, I went on a trip and I wished I brought this with me, and my crystals. Well, I would just tune into the energy of them. There's so many ways we can conjure up our own magic. But the secret is, when you are in your own domain and in your home, play with these more often, because then you will kinesthetically remember what it feels like to touch them, to hold on to them, to feel the energy, to notice the difference. I don't know if you've done this before, where it's like, oh, I want to grab that crystal, or that whatever it is that you feel would be comfortable, would be comfort for you. Do you stop and notice how you feel, and then grab it, touch it, hold it, and then notice how you feel? Can you notice the difference between being with it or holding it and not? And then maybe putting it down again and stopping and going, okay, let's feel the difference. Like, it's so important for us to understand our body is a tuning fork. And our body is what tells us, alerts us of when there is an energy shift and an energy change, or a need to shift or change. And it can come in the form of the most simple things. Like when we get sick, when we catch a cold. Often people call a cold, I'm sick. It's no, you have a cold. My daughter does that. Oh, I'm sick. Well, what do you, sniffles, sore throat? That's a cold. You have a cold. So, yeah, let me see if there's any comments. No, good. I'm going to take a little slurp of water. All right, I'm going to put these cards back in the deck, because it was like, well, thanks for pulling yourself out. And now we have this full moon that I was talking about coming up. Full moon in Capricorn. Nicole, do you have any advice or tips or trivia about the sign of about the moon, and maybe the sign of Capricorn? Let's see. I have a little thing here for learning my astro dice. I have Capricorn is disciplined, serious, and playing the long game. See, that's what I love. I love that Capricorn is at the beginning of the year, because this is where you can make all of these plans and prepare for metering out the things you need to do, the things you want to do over the course of the year. Yeah. So let's see. Let me pull a card here just to get a feel for what this full moon energy is going to be like, collectively speaking. Ooh, we got the High Priestess. To me, this is speaking of maybe having a little full moon ritual. It doesn't have to be full-blown whatever, get your robes and turban out. It doesn't have to be that. But it could be just having that singular intention to be focused on being present in that full moon energy. Have a journal handy. Have your cards handy, have whatever you feel would be comfortable for you for that. Make it a little ritual. Turn it into something that's just for you. And it, whenever you can fit it in. We pretty much feel that full moon energy a couple days before and even a couple of days after. And I believe it's Sunday. I don't know what time zone it is, but yeah. I was going to say the same. Well, cool. See, we get along. Sorry, I'm extra thirsty tonight. I feel like rolling one of my astro die. I'm going to do the house one and just see where we can focus this full moon energy in our lives. We got the 9th house. Trust me, it's 9. I know it's blurry. So that's about travel. It's about learning. It's about your beliefs. So that's kind of a broad subject. And Nicole, I know you learning about this stuff too. Can you give us a little blurb about the 9th house? Putting you to work today. Okay, let's see what you have to say here. I didn't intentionally make it a ritual, but I'm very energized around the full moon. So I'm usually singing and dancing under it. I love that. I love it. I also set out water under the full moon. Yeah, making moon water. Yeah, you can, you could drink it. I'd put a filter or something over it so the bugs don't get in it. Or you could, water your plants, or it could be sacred water you use for certain things. I love that. That's really, really cool. And yeah, this full moon can definitely have you focus on what you're aspiring for, what you're aspiring to, and something like make and be aware of where in you, your thoughts, your feelings, your memories, your body, where it feels constrictive or restrictive when you dream that big, because that's a sign of what might have been an obstacle in the first place. I can't dream that big. Travel. I'd love to travel. Well, how am I going to try? I don't have the money to travel right now. I don't even have a passport right now. Who's going to look after Elliot for any length of time? And now I'm going to worry about him because he breaks his leg on my watch. I don't want anyone feeling like that's going to happen on their watch. So all of these things that get in my own way of whatever I want. So for you, it's being aware of those things where we think, yeah, I'd love this. And then that little voice on your shoulder is like, yeah, but you can't have that. You can't afford it, or you're too old, or you got knee problems, or, and it's okay to have that awareness. We need to know, we need to unveil those blocks and limiting beliefs, because that's when we get the opportunity to say, that's being realistic, yes. However, we can find a way around it. We can try and come up with solutions. And that way you're focused on solution-based thinking instead of problem-based thinking. Solution-based thinking has a higher vibration to it, for sure. And then that's where you could have a crystal around you that helps you stay aligned with that. One that comes to mind, obviously, is clear quartz. Clear quartz is a great crystal for everything. It helps with everything. It amplifies your intention. It amplifies your energy. It amplifies other crystals around it. I love layering crystals, kind of like when we do clarifying cards with tarot. Have another crystal partner up with it. That's a great way. I think last time I talked about crystals too. Clearly I'm talking more about crystals than tarot these days. Yeah, we talk ourselves out of it. Yes, exactly. But the thing is we don't know we are. We're like, why isn't this working? We forget that part of us is reminding us of our limitations. And so that awareness of, oh yeah, I say that. Yeah, but that'll never happen. And it's just, yeah, talking ourselves out of it. Nicole says, I had to look at my notes on the ninth. Thank you. Ninth house. I've been stuck in the seventh house and working on my way. Oh, you're doing them one at a time stuff. I see. But I had travel, religion, philosophy, and higher education. Oh, religion too, hey? Okay. Yeah, I put down big learning. Higher education, big learning. Because I think it could be definitely, because when I first see higher education, I think of logical higher education, like institution, but it's also spiritual. It's also life, street smarts type stuff too, I think. Yeah. Very cool. So I got a blip. Let me drink some more water. Oh, good. There's a comment. Thank you, Nicole. You've been so awesome tonight, you and Deb. Okay, Capricorn, ambitious, conservative leaders. Earth sign rules the body, part of the knees. Okay, interesting. Is usually considered the old man of the zodiac. Life lessons, destiny. I use Chakra Talk. Okay. Is that a app or book or something? Interesting. It's the knees. That's something that I've had issues with. I had a minor knee surgery, just orthoscopic or whatever they call it, not a knee replacement. I'm taking a bunch of collagen. I'm hoping I don't need it. Well, I have speak English, Rain. Well, I have most of my planets in the seventh house. Oh, I'm just branching out to others than just my own inner learning. Oh, see, that's the perfect way to learn too, is get your birth chart and use that to understand how the planets align and work with you. I've got to do that more often too. I printed my birth chart out and put it in a file somewhere, and I don't know where it is, but that's a good reminder. Because yeah, when we do stuff like that and we can relate it to our own higher learning, it motivates us because we get to know ourselves a little bit more as well. That's interesting. And seventh house, partnerships, clients, close relationships. That's what I have. Interesting. Now, I know some schools of astrology say that a sign governs the houses, although that's just one school of astrology, like saying house one is governed by Aries and that sort of thing. Like, to a point, it kind of goes along with it, because seven being about partnerships, clients, close relationships, about balancing that stuff. And Libra might be aligned with that too, being a sign that's about balance and truthfulness and things like that. It's kind of interesting. Yeah, you don't know when you were born. Well, I don't either. Literally don't know the time I was born. So what I did was, this was years ago now, actually, was one of my mentors kind of guided me through doing like muscle testing, energy testing, to determine what time. Like, we would go through, okay, was it AM or PM? And then we'd go through all of the, was it this o'clock? Was it that o'clock? And you could pretty much keep it around, like the hour mark is relatively good. So you could try that to get closer. So that's what I did. And it turns out that if that's correct, then my rising sign is Sag. So I started watching some YouTube channels that did tarot and stuff for Sagittarius, and not just Scorpio, but Sagittarius. And the Sagittarius readings were like, wow, that it made so much sense to what was going on in my life at the time, that I trust that that is my rising sign now. Even the moon sign as well. But I think moon sign, I don't seem to relate with as much as rising, but that's just me particularly. So There are people that can calculate it. Yeah, but you do have to know your birth time though. That's the whole thing. That's yeah, I'm getting a psychic to do it, or doing muscle testing, or I don't know if you have a pendulum, but you could try that too. And the cool thing is when we use pendulums, if we're wanting it to be a yes or no, we can influence it. I do it all the time. Give me a yes. See? Give me a no. Will I make $3 million this year? Yeah, it's telling me no. But what if it was yes? But you could do that. What was I born in the morning? Was I born in the evening? Even though it said yes to the morning, I'd still ask for the evening, because if it gave me a yes to both, a couple of things are going on. My energy is a little off, which means I need to be better hydrated. Sometimes the energy isn't strong enough. So sometimes to face like north, magnetic north can help if you're struggling to get the pendulum to do it, to actually give you a proper response. So yeah. Leo, sun, moon, Mercury, North Node. Like, wow. Roar. Rising sign is Aquarius. Oh, I love that. Wow. It's cool that you know without a doubt. I wished I knew for sure. A part of me is always kind of like wondering, but I do resonate with what I have. And my moon sign is Aries, which I love that too, because that's my daughter's sun sign. My mom just said it was about tea time. I use a pendulum sometimes to pick my daily spirit animal oracle. Oh, we'll try it then, since you work with it. Tea time. So tea time is, I don't know, is that a time frame? Like if you've got it narrowed down to like a 3 or 4 or 5 hour time frame, you can really kind of lean into the number of it. I'd try it. Why not? Yeah. Well, that's what I'm here for. Give you ideas, just like you guys give me ideas. It's symbiotic. Can you ask for a free reading? Blessed one. Sure. Do you have a specific question? 3 till about 6. See, you've got it narrowed down. So that's at least, it's PM, right? And I would do that. Or you could be the pendulum. You don't even need a pendulum. Do a body, not a body scan, but you're the pendulum. So you stand straight and make sure your energy is aligned, and you test it. You could say a statement like, my name is Deb, and notice, does your body move slightly forward, or does it move slightly back? Forward means yes, you're leaning to the question, and negative or no is backwards, leaning away from the question. So test it. If you're leaning back and then you're like, well, my energy is a little off, let's shift and change things. We don't always expect a whoa. It's sometimes so subtle, no one else can even tell you've moved, but you can kind of feel you've slightly moved forward or not. Try that. Just sit in that energy. I mean, it's good to stand to do it, but I guess if you're better off standing to do it, I think, and maybe have something you can hold on to, because if you close your eyes, that's where you can really tune in to your inner self. A general reading. Okay, I'll pull you a card. Let's see. Make sure you like the video. That's how you can pay me. Payment with thumbs ups and subscribes if you haven't. All right, let's tune into Blessed One. And if you ladies with your tarot cards in the comments feel like pulling a clarifier, let's see what we have. Okay, I did shuffle these. I have 2 of them. First one is the High Priestess. Next one is the Knight of Wands. So with the High Priestess, it really feels like the message I'm getting is you're doing things in the right order. Keep doing things the way you're doing them. Don't let anyone sway you from this path of how you wanted to do them. And Knight of Wands is yeah, stand in your conviction that the way you're doing it is meant to be done this way. So if people kind of get in there and want to say, yeah, you should do this in this order, or this, you shouldn't do it that way. Stand in your conviction, trust your intuition. We don't have to be mean about telling them off and saying, no, I'm going to do it my way. You can just say, thank you for your advice. I'm going to just experiment with doing it in the way that feels right to me. Okay, so that's what I pick up for you, Blessed One. You're so welcome. Oh, you got the World and you got the Justice. I love it. And thank you. Thank you for liking and subbing. So in getting those clarifiers with the World, that to me is about maybe you focusing on other people or other things around you for validation. And Justice to me is speaking about thinking outside the box and trusting that doing things in a way that doing things differently than you've done before is really going to put you in a place of trusting your intuition, trusting how you're doing things, and just being resolute in how you do things. It might not line up to how others do it, right? You need that balance. Trusting your own self will balance you. That's what I pick up with both of those. Thank you, ladies, for pulling those cards. Appreciate it. So let's see. Let's pull a card for Nicole, and then we're going to pull one for Deb too. And if someone else here who's here now would like a card pull, let us know in the comments. Ah, there you go. Psychic medium. Yay. Well, thanks for being here. Yeah, I hope that resonates for you. I know no matter who we are and what our experience is, sometimes we doubt ourselves, and that's part of the journey. I think that's part of the thing that helps keep us humble. But don't let anybody steer you to another path if it feels wrong. Always trust yourself. Oh, of course you got the Sun. Is that for you? I'm going to pull yours right now. 3 of Wands. Yes. Blessed One, I'll get to you in a second. I've got a thought pattern here for Nicole. So along with that Sun, this to me is saying that, that Sun is at your back, and it is lighting up the way for you forward, and you're ready. There's no need for any more hesitation to do whatever it is you're doing. So to me, this is saying, yeah, you're doing it. You are doing it. Don't worry about how fast or how many steps. Just do something. Moving forward each time is getting you that much closer to whatever it is you're wanting. That's what I get for you there. And then Deb's got the Page of Wands, which is, it's okay to feel new at what you're doing. You still have that enthusiasm and trust that it's all working out the way it's meant to. And when you start doubting yourself, you just need to have that beginner's excitement again. That's what I pick up. If by all means you had a different way of interpreting that, let me know. And then Blessed One says, because I pick up on energy a lot, I'm trying to wonder I'm trying to, wondering how to deal with an energy vampire. Well, you just cut, clear, release that energy. I think sometimes we get into our minds and that's what sinks things in. Oh, there's an energy vamp. I don't know how to get rid of. We don't need to know. We just bring in the white light and say, help me detach from this energy. And once the attachment is gone, just shields up. Shields up. Make it simple. I'm all about making it simple. And then just notice your energy. I don't know if you were here at the time, but I was talking about no matter what we do, if we want to make a change or do something or grab a crystal, like notice how you feel before you do the thing or have the thing. And then do the thing or grab the thing, and then notice your body again. What's the difference? And then let those things go and notice again. Like the more we measure how we feel with or without, with and without something, we're really understanding where it's affecting us. So a lot of times it's our thoughts that are making that attachment stick even more. Does that make sense? Yeah. All right. Okay, so that was for Nicole. Let's pull for Deb now. Okay. It's funny in this deck, I think a Little Red Riding Hood. So we have the, see it here, the 8 of Cups. And this feels like you're ready to energetically move forward into what you're doing. And because you shared with us that you've started your new business, this is focusing on that. It's turning away from all of those fears and thoughts and things and emotions, not thoughts, I meant emotions that have kept you from doing this so far. And maybe part of it's like, well, I should have done this sooner. It's kind of late. Like, why took me, like turning away from all of that and focusing on walking into the present, into the future. Because we don't have a past. It's past us. We've passed it. We have our present, which is facing the future. And each step that we take, we're allowing our energy and our emotions to rule and draw us forward. So what's drawing you forward? That's the energy you can focus on. Nicole says that aligns. I did a fool themed video today, just playful, but I'm putting myself out there a little more. I did a Hierophant video too, not in a tarot reading way, but in an archetype way, archetype entry. Oh, I love that. Yay. So on YouTube, is this your channel? NDub? Let us know. Because you know I'm all about promoting my peeps. I try to do that for yours, but it's hard to get rid of them. Oh, for years. Well, sometimes you need to get other like colleagues to help you with that energy. Another thing I can suggest is, especially with this full moon coming up, is to write a little note to Spirit saying, please help me clear and release this this energy that's attached to me. Send it off with love and light, and then bless it, and then burn it at the full moon and bury the ashes. If you can't burn it, you could bury it. You could tear it up. You could shred it. I'm glad it makes sense. So for Deb, we've got the King of Wands. So I see that's an entrepreneurial energy right there. I love it. Oh, and you got the King of Pentacles. Wow. See, this is what you need to remind yourself. You need to write these tarot cards down, pull them out of your deck, Take a photo of them so you have them, because you were going to want to put them back in your deck and use them at other times. And these are there to remind you in those times that things are tough and you're having a struggle and you're not sure. You bring these cards out to remind you of the possibilities and the probabilities if you keep that higher focus in the higher mind. That's what I get from you, for you, from all of those. So Nicole's saying, Blessed One, stand firm in your boundaries. It is very difficult and doesn't feel good at first, but it will serve you well. I love that. Good message. TikTok. Okay, I'm testing out some things. I have many sides, so I'm trying to figure out how to blend them all. Yeah. Well, and they do say that stick with one media. Like, especially if you have a bunch of different things you like to do, just stick with the TikTok. Don't try and go all places. I don't have TikTok. I did my not channel, but whatever it's called. It might still exist, but I've deleted it from my phone. So I'm trying to just focus on one way. So good for you. Good. Love that idea. Yeah. I do that all the time. Otherwise I'd have missing cards from decks all the time. Yeah. You know what I'm picking up for you? Create a crystal grid for your biz. I'm actually going to do that on the full moon for my own stuff. So gather some, and if you need advice on how to create a crystal grid, let me know. But briefly, I'll just say, especially if those who watch the replay want to know, you get a few crystals that align with whatever it is you want to put out there. For Deb, it's your business. Citrine is really good crystal to have for that. Clear quartz, as I said earlier, it's the master crystal that's good for all things. You could have some of that too, or have that, or a crystal you're really drawn to, because that means a lot too. That means a lot. And you can create a grid, put something in the center that represents what you want. It could be a tarot card. It could be a picture of a tarot card. It could be a note that you write, and put a crystal on top of it. Place crystals around it. And again, there's specific ways you can do it, but I'm trying to give you the no nonsense way, and just do it, pretend, be imaginary, and just put them around it. Ideally, if you have a special crystal that couldn't be the activator, that won't be part of the grid, but you're going to use this to meditate with, to put the energy in that you want to create this grid, to bring in the energy you need to create your successful business. And then you're going to use this crystal, ideally a point, doesn't have to be if you don't have it. And you're going to align all of the energies. You're connecting all of the crystals together. Okay, you can spiral, you can do whatever you want to do. And that activates the grid. Ideally, you want to build the grid in a place it's not going to be disturbed. Then you'll do the activating and you'll leave it. Okay. If you've got kids or cats, you want to put it in a place it's not going to be disturbed, because in my mind, when you move a crystal, you've kind of deactivated it. So you'd have to reactivate it again. That's just my thought pattern on that. You might ask, well, how long should I leave it up? It's like, leave it up as long as you want. I would even have it for a week, and make sure you go and you look at it and you put good energy into it every day. Maybe meditate near it. If you have Reiki, putting an energy ball over top of it every day and bringing that energy into your heart and sending it to the crystal grid. Like, I'm just spitballing here off the top of my head. There are specific ways you can do it, but there's something to be said for using your own inspiration and intuition. So that feels right. That'd be a good full moon activity to do. Eventually I want to move to YouTube, but that's when I get a good feel of what works. Yeah. Different audience too, though, right? Unless you were to do shorts on YouTube. Like, you could even do that plaster the exact same thing you're doing on TikTok onto YouTube at the same time and see. But yeah, sometimes they'd be different audiences. So, I mean, I'm still learning as I go too. Yes, please. I've heard a little about it, but not much. Okay, well, I hope that was helpful to you. Yeah, you got me all inspired now. I'm going to have to get my crystals out, my special ones, and figure out where to put them. Tiny place. I miss having a 3-floor house. But I don't miss that situation. So I'll be happy with my tiny little hobbit house. Hobbit condo. Thank you. Yeah, I'm putting it YouTube. Yeah. Yeah, because shorts can be up to 3 minutes long now. So why not? And then you'll see if you start getting more traction on YouTube right away, then why wait? It won't really realistically won't take you that much more effort, although you've got to do, the thumbnail and stuff like that. Although you can't do a normal thumbnail on shorts, you can only add on your phone, you can add text and photos from there. You can't do it on the computer, the thumbnail part. But yeah, anyways, if you have any questions about that, Nicole, just email me or something. I can definitely share the stuff that I've been kind of learning as I grow. So anyways, yeah, I think that is probably about it. I don't really have anything else to add. Yeah, we're almost at an hour. So, so that'll be it for tonight. Thank you so much for being here and connecting with everybody and pulling the cards. Thank you, Nicole and Deb, for pulling your cards as well. Oh, there's one other thing. If you're still here, how about pulling a card for me? I'd love a card. And let me know what you think. Let me know what you think. I mean, what the message means, unless you want me to interpret it for myself. I'll pull one for myself too. Okay, come on, Lorraine. 3 cards. Don't be greedy. Oh my God, 4 cards. I'm just going to take the top card. And it is strength. It's funny with little Miss Leo here. It makes me think of you. Yeah, having the strength to do all these things I give other people advice on. Take your own advice, Lorraine. That's kind of what I pick up from there. Keep getting pinged here. Oh, you're very welcome. Yeah. Just some ideas. Make it fun. I know you will. You're creative. You're crafty. And it's not something you ever have to do in the same way again. So just kind of go with the energy you feel. Oh, Page of Pentacles. I'll take that. Yes. To me, that's the positive side of the 7 of Pentacles. It's the side that's, instead of, wondering if things are turning out and is this worth it, Page of Pentacles has that optimism, and it's like, yeah, this is going to be great. Things are coming to fruition. Things are materializing. I love it. Love it. All right. Well, thank you. Thank you so much for being here. Super, super appreciate you. And thanks for everyone who watches the replay. I hope these messages resonated with you too, because just because we pulled cards for one person, if the message resonated, it was meant for you. All right. Have a super week and enjoy that full moon. Keep me posted. Post in my community there to let me know what it was like. Maybe I think you can even post pictures there too. So try that out. All right. Have a super night and a super week. And we'll see you next week. Peace. Good night. Oh, Nicole. Before I go, sorry, she pulled the Magician for me. Yay, that's my card for this year. Keep going. Your magic is rippling out to others, and what you put out always returns. Thank you. I love it. Those are two perfect cards, the Magician and the Page of Pentacles. Love it. Love it. Love it. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you so much. I'm glad I almost hit end stream, but I'm going to do it now. So go enjoy your evening. And thank you. Thank you. Thank you for your light. We'll see you next time. Peace.